It was a Supreme Court victory that President Trump hailed as the big one. In a 6-3 decision, the conservative-led court limited lower courts' power to issue nationwide injunctions that temporarily block government policies, orders that have stalled Trump's agenda for months.
This morning, the Supreme Court has delivered a monumental victory for the Constitution, the separation of powers, and the rule of law in striking down the excessive use of nationwide injunctions to interfere with the normal functioning of the executive branch.
The president celebrated, saying a whole list of his administration's policies can now move forward, including his executive order to end birthright citizenship. That right, guaranteed for over 150 years since the end of the Civil War, grants citizenship to anyone born on U.S. soil.
And some of the cases we're talking about would be ending birthright citizenship, which now comes to the fore. That was meant for the babies of slaves. It wasn't meant for people trying to scam the system and come into the country.
The decision opens the door for many states to temporarily enforce Trump's executive order ending birthright citizenship, a move unprecedented in the U.S., which is one of the few countries with such a policy. The administration argues that Mexican drug cartels and undocumented immigrants have exploited this right for years.
But you should all feel safer now that President Trump can deport all of these gangs, and not one district court judge can think they're an emperor over this administration and his executive powers and why the people of the United States elected him.
Immigration lawyer and scholar Charles Cook calls the ruling earth-shattering, saying it gives the president vast power to effectively rewrite federal law.
Basically saying the courts don't have the power to stop the executive branch from carrying out whatever the executive branch wants to carry out. Some would say it speaks of dictatorship authority. We'll see what happens over the course of the next several weeks.
Opponents warn that more than 150,000 newborns would be denied citizenship annually if Trump's directive stands. Plaintiffs include Democratic attorneys general from 22 states, immigrant right groups, and pregnant immigrants. But a final nationwide ruling on birthright citizenship is expected only next October when the Supreme Court takes up the case. Martin Markovits, TRT World, Washington, D.C.